Now we come to Dhruvaloka, which is at 90 degrees, or actually it's at 89 point something from Earth planet. And we have the Seven Sages, which is the Big Dipper. It's about 60 degrees. Then we have Maharloka, which is about 61 degrees. And Tapaloka, about 65 degrees. Janaloka, about 80 degrees. And Brahmaloka, about 81.5 degrees. We come down to what is called, Vairagava Swami in his commentaries, an Acharya in our line, calls the Bhumandala. The Bhumandala is found in chapter 9, text 6. Before we come to this, we also have the Moon, Sun, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and the constellations. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 9, text 5, we have what's called the Antariksha, which means the sky above Bhumandala up to a certain point. And that point is, I believe, by mathematical calculation, to be Canine Majoris, which is situated in the constellations. It's a minor constellation. And that is in chapter 9, text 5. In chapter 9, text 4, we have Siddha Loka, Charana Loka, and Vidyadhara Loka. And I believe those to be situated in the middle of the constellations in Orion's belt, those three stars. In chapter 9, text 2, let's see. In chapter 9, text 1, Rahu is talked about, and it's said to be below the sun. We already said that the sun moves from low to high. So situated below the sun means somewhere within here, in this direction, in this vicinity. The Rahu is never more than 15.36 degrees. So it can be said to be below the sun, located between the sun and moon. Now there's the very next verse in chapter 9 is text 2, which explains the sizes of the sun and the moon and Rahu. But Madhvacharya, in his commentary, explains that sizes are not meant there. The size of the sun, the size of the moon, and the size of Rahu does not mean sizes of the planets. Those are calculations of Rahu. See, Rahu has a solar eclipse and a lunar eclipse and partial eclipse. Now we come to subterranean planets. You notice we've not calculated the Earth from Srimad Bhagavatam. That has to be calculated after you calculate everything else. Then you can figure out where the Earth is. So the Earth mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam in chapter 9, text 5, chapter 9, text 6, is not this earth planet, it's this earth planet, Bhumandala. And below Bhumandala, there are 7 planetary systems. They are Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Palatala. Then there are the hellish planets. The subterranean planets are listed in chapter 9, text 7. In the hellish planets, chapter 11 and chapter 10, text 1. In the Garbhodaka ocean, where Vishnu lies, and the lotus grows from his navel. And this is the lotus. Here. And that is described in chapter 10, text 12. A description of Vishnu lying in the Garbhodaka ocean is given to us in chapter 10, text 4. So we should not falsely conclude that Vishnu is here. He has a planet here, Sveta Dweep. Where it is exactly, I don't know. And the Ganges goes to that planet first. But Vishnu has another form here. Vishnu has many forms. Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna was shown many forms of Vishnu around the universe. So that gives us an overview of everything. And in our next video, the final video of these 4, we'll give a little explanation of mathematics. How we're coming to these conclusions, how we're getting the degrees of the planets. For example, I've drawn out the subterranean planets as being as big as Bhumandala, so I'll give my evidence for that. Hare Krishna.